ChatGPT and AI are topics we all read and hear about every day and everywhere. And I guess we all wish for generative AI to help us boost productivity, speed up innovations, and overall improve our daily work. How are companies staying up to date in this fast-paced economy? How is SAP managing while staying compliant, reliable, and responsible? This and more we will hear from Ray Han, Director, Generative AI Center of Excellence. A warm welcome, and thank you for joining our 7th episode of Inside SAP, our series where we share best practices of a select number of solutions. Today, I have the pleasure of having here with me Dr. Ray Han. Ray is alumnus of Stanford Graduate School of Business and holds a PhD degree in computer science from the, what is it called again? Nanyang Technological University of Singapore. In the past 9 years, Ray has been with multiple machine learning and artificial intelligence organizations in SAP. In his current role, he leads the Generative AI Center of Excellence in Singapore, focusing on internal adoption of the generative AI technology for corporate processes and employees. But before handing over to Ray, let me share what has been and what is still to come of the series. And here we go. So we have had 6 episodes to date, starting with the overall session on May 16. I will not go into the single sessions, but I will post the links to the sessions in the chat later on. And today, our session, Generative AI Platform Strategy, followed by 3 further sessions. In case you have not yet registered for the series, feel free to scan the QR code. And with this, Ray, over to you.
Thanks, Tania. Thanks for the introduction, and very good morning to you, and good afternoon, good day to everyone joining the call, and just show your interest into the topic. And before I start, I just want to ask a quick question, Tania. Have you read that in the recent interview, our CEO Christian Klein shared that there is a goal for a cost reduction of $100 million by using business AI to automate our internal processes?
Wow. No, I mean, I'm aware of the cost reductions, but not, from our using generative AI. I'm surprised. How does he plan that?
Yeah, so that's exactly what our unit is striving for since the beginning of the year and continuously. So we are the enterprise AI teams in the IT organization, and we focus on AI adoption in SAP, as well as the value realization of the technology. So roughly, we are providing a few the following services. We provide data platforms and processes for internal data sources. We also, so on top of that, users can do intelligent search for information and the knowledge. Then we also deliver high value AI use cases with the latest technologies and the tools. And lastly, and that is a topic for this session, that we operate a generative AI platforms, and we have a strategy of different platforms and to enable users to experience, experiment, use, and accelerate the adoption of the technology internally. So that's what I'm going to walk you through today.
Great. Looking forward to hearing more about it.
Let me start my sharing. Good. Yeah, so Tania, you mentioned about ChatGPT, and I'm sure you are a user, a power user of the tool, and many of the viewers here must be using that. But do you know the technology behind it?
I know it's something about the large language model, but no further details. Can you tell us
Right.
more?
Yes, let me share more about the technology. So first of all, ChatGPT is built on top of the generative AI technology. So this is a new kind of AI, a combination of natural language processing, supervised machine learning, as well as reinforcement learning, which has been quite matured over the past few years. And you also mentioned large language model, and that is the core, the brain of ChatGPT, and it has been giving the power of providing this human-like intelligence, and the language, because is using this it is able to respond to users' questions and the queries. And essentially, this large language model are just a gigantic, you can think about it as a gigantic neural network. And that is also something in the machine learning domain has been quite matured technology for a few years, for the past 10 years. And these models have as many as billions of parameters and trained using a huge amount of data from the internet, as it also consume a lot of power and a lot of time to train. And that's just the technology piece that about the generative AI and the ChatGPT. Then now we move to look at inside SAP. And after trying the technology, many users are super excited about it, and they want to know how to use it for their daily work. And a lot of innovative ideas also came up together with this new technology capabilities. And the users also, our developers wants to integrate this technology into our software products and offer to the world. So the question to our IT organization, now the pressure is on us. How do we make this available to everyone in the company? And to use this, well, we still keep the standard of security and the compliance intact. So there's no risk of misuse and the damage to the company's image and other legal reliabilities. For that, we work closely with our business AI product teams for the product Generative AI Hub. And this is a service on the SAP Business Technology Platform, and where we provision the internal instance of this Generative AI Hub, we call the Generative AI Experience Lab. With the Experience Lab, we focus on the user enablement and the internal use case operations in production. So let's take a quick look at the key results so far. In the last 10 months since go live, we already have 6.5 million prompts that are created, and the number is still increasing, and all these are created by the employees from SAP. And we have enabled 55,000 users within the company to use our technology. As many teams are trying to use the tool to turn their ideas into POC and then to work towards their live systems, we have enabled more than 300 engineering teams to use the generative AI capabilities of the Experience Lab for their work. And we also have strong demand for user enablement sessions and trainings. And in the process, we listen to our end users, we analyze our user feedback, and work closely with the product teams to bring these features to the product and to improve the user experience. So now, like in this session today, we are sharing our experience and the best practices also with the outside users like yourself watching this video. So next, let's have a closer look. So first of all, Anya, have you ever tried the Generative AI Experience Lab yourself?
I, of course, have heard about it, but I must admit I have not used it yet.
It's okay. We can show you how it works, and hopefully after today you can try it out for yourself. So with Generative AI Experience Lab, our employees are able to experience for the first hand how this power of Gen AI at work. And well, we as a service provider will take care of the technical setup and some of the functional requirements. For example, if you were to do this with ChatGPT, then you need to worry about your data privacy, what are the information you can share, and what's the compliance, what are the guidelines that you can or cannot use. But for this, we will take care of that. We offer this to all the employees with automatic login. And then on top of that, we also handle the onboarding of new models into the platform. In the demo, you can see this AI Launchpad user experience, and users are able to choose from the available models that are on the platform and change the parameters as they need. And this is the prompt editor that users can start to prompt and see the different results from different model settings. Experience is just the beginning. So with different models, users can also experiment with the prompt engineering techniques and to see what works the best for their specific problem. In the prompt editor, users can configure their parameters for the model and compare the results. And for the prompts that work really well, they can save it. And in the prompt management, they can retrieve it and filter and have a tag onto it so to reuse in the future. Next, after experimenting with these prompts, Experience Lab also accelerate the use case prototyping by providing backend APIs access for the developers to build softwares around it. And so for developers, we will provide all the support for assessing the platform, getting the compliance for models and the licensing and the other aspect and the security aspect. And we also provide a separate instance, the production instance, for our internal developers and for internal use cases. And now that's for developers. Unlike developers, we have more users that using the technology and using the platform that are business users who only need to use the generative AI results. They don't have to change the model or parameters, so that we can, for them, we support the application, business application development from the platform. And this include the latest Joule applications can be built by API provided by our platform. So all in all, we provide this generative AI platform strategy with the experience, experiment, accelerate the use. And for that, at the backend, we take care of the security, the audit, data privacy, our social partners, AI ethics, and the compliance aspect of the platform. So users can use it more confidently and more productively for their innovation and their productivity boost. So with that, thank you for your attention. So that is the end of my session. And just a call out to the future sessions, please scan the QR code and join my colleagues for the next session, where we will talk more about our internal AI use cases and the project management aspect. Thank you, Tania.
Thank you so much, Ray. I really enjoyed your session, and I will definitely go and try the Experience Lab. Perhaps you want to unshare your screen so people can see you better.
Oh.
Perfect, great. So we actually have questions in the chat, Ray. So the first question is, what models are available?
Well, as I just mentioned, we as a platform, we don't work with any specific models. We provide a platform that connecting to all the different models. And for that, SAP has this partnership program with most of the large language model providers or vendors. So, for example, with Microsoft, with Google, and NVIDIA, so we provide those models, and the users can, based on their needs, they can select the models that best suited for their scenario.
Okay, great, thank you. And the next question is, any tips for tweaking the parameters in the prompt editor?
Oh, well, that's a very it can go very deep into the model tuning. But our general recommendation is to start with the default settings for every model, and then work on the prompt engineering part and try to see how to improve that. Only changing one parameters at a time, and to monitor the change of the result. However, also note that generative AI is generally non-deterministic. So the answer you get, even for the same setting, will not be the same every time you run. If you want to have more consistent results, the first thing you can consider tuning is the parameter, the temperature parameter, which are, if it's higher, then it's more creative and you always get different results, or you set it lower, so almost every time you get the same or see very similar results. So different topic, look it up or reach out to us if you want to have a discussion.
Great, thank you very much for the offer. So currently we don't have any further questions in the chat. I would like to ask any all of you attendees, but also the other ones that will be looking at this video afterwards, to ask all the questions in the comments area below this video, and we will definitely answer all your questions, right, Ray?
Yeah, looking forward to the questions.
Great. Well, and with this, Ray, really big thanks to your excellent presentation. I really enjoyed it, and got a lot of information from it, even me from SAP myself. And of course, a big thanks to all our attendees for joining. I look forward to seeing you again next week in our next sessions. And with this, I wish everyone a great day, a great evening, depending on where you are. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.